Hey, welcome back to Atheist Edge. I'm Jim.
And I'm Sam.
We're just going to riff again, do a little off the cuff. Sam has no concept, no clue of what I'm about to ask him.
Got a concept of it.
Okay, maybe. Nice. Already overthinking it.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
All right, here we go.
This is from my book, 25 commonly asked questions that we as atheists have to endure, at length.
From theists to
believers, and not always Christians.
Yeah,
it might be Muslims or Jews, and Muslims never really talk to a Scientologist. But I'm unfortunately I'm keenly aware of their theology. But okay, here we go. Number 23 out of 25.
All right.
You meet a believer. You say what you have to say.
Mm-hmm.
It's logical. It's laid out in a standard format. And they have no response to it. And the only thing they can say back to you is, you know what, I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for you. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Do you have anything to add first?
Usually whenever someone says they're going to pray for me, I mean, it's just like, okay. It's like, what do you say to that,
They know that you're an atheist.
Mm-hmm.
They know you don't have faith in their definition.
Right.
Do you consider them saying that aggressive in any way?
I mean, a case could be made that there's
Are they trying to intimidate you?
Aggressive thing. Basically, what they're saying is, "Oh, you poor atheist. I'm gonna pray for you. I can see that clearly you're just confused and you don't understand what's going on."
Doesn't that seem so demeaning?
Oh, it's incredibly demeaning.
Yeah.
That's why I just usually don't have a response to it. It's just like, okay. Because I can't change what they're going to do. I can't necessarily get in their brain and change how they think. It's really through conversations. And if they're responding, I'm going to pray for you after me having said a bunch of things, challenging them like, hey, look, you can't even define God consistently. You cannot know if God knows everything because you would have to know everything yourself.
This is after all those have been tapped out.
Exactly.
This is at the end of a conversation.
Right. And
when they don't have an answer, you gave them a knockout blow.
Pray for you. Basically, it's also...
You don't find that condescending in the least.
Oh, I do. But it's like, so what?
How do you meet that?
Generally, I just say, okay.
You're a better man than I.
I just move.
You want to hear some of mine?
Please.
Okay.
What do you got?
I don't even know what I said. This has been so long. If given the choice, I would rather you not include me in your madness. I feel you need to, however, go ahead and evoke my name next to you. Have to next time you pray,
mm-hmm.
next time you kneel down next to your bed, maybe tonight. Mm-hmm. If you feel the need to add my name to your list of people you're going to pray for, mm-hmm. And talk to the ceiling, it's not going to change a thing. And
right.
That's
why I say okay, because I know first off, even if they do that, nothing's going to happen anyway. And oftentimes people say that, and they're not going to do it anyway. It's just something that they say.
I've always suspected that.
They're going to forget the conversation. They're going to go about their day. They're going to get in bed and they're talking with their spouse or whatever. And they're thinking or praying or reading the Bible.
Does it matter if they do it or not?
Yeah, it does. It not only does it not matter if they do it, there's a chance that they might not even do it.
Have you ever seen statistical studies on the efficacy of intercessory prayer?
Yeah.
It's basically random chance.
Right. And it
does nothing.
And this is something that George Carlin brought up in one of his comedy specials over 10 years ago. Classic bit. You can watch it on YouTube. But he makes a joke about it. He's like, you can pray and generally you can get about 50-50. Sometimes you get what you want, sometimes you don't. And it doesn't seem to matter who you pray to, so that's why now I pray to Joe Pesci. And of course...
I remember that.
Yeah, and of course George Carlin's delivery is much
He always
better.
delivers for some reason.
Yeah.
I had some barking dogs next door. I prayed to God, nothing happened, but I prayed to Joe Pesci. The next night, those dogs were quiet.
Yep. Why do I pray to Joe Pesci? Because he's a good actor, and I think that counts. And he looks like a man who can get things done.
Feel free to comment on this. I'm just going to end it with this.
Yeah.
This was 2 or 3 years ago. There was here in the North Texas area. There was a fall festival, and our little atheist group bought a booth, and we passed out atheist, free thought, secular literature, separation of church and state, and whatnot. We had prayer circles. We even had a local police officer come by no less than 5 times, just dive bombing us with little statements of faith and letting us know that we are, it was bad. It was bad. Okay, so you got the general idea. It was a general air of contempt.
Right.
And we felt very, outnumbered.
Right.
Which I don't care personally. And the people I was with didn't care. But here's where it got bad.
It's just weird, a cop coming up and expressing anything.
A uniformed police officer at least 5 times came by and gave us little quips about how we're just all wrong, and just he dive bombed us. He wouldn't even wait around for a response.
Right.
He would just let us know that we're fucked up, and off he went.
Yeah.
And he wasn't the only one. He's the one that really stuck out in my mind.
Goodness gracious.
All right, so here's what happened towards the end. This is when it got bad.
Yeah.
At the time, I was a substitute teacher for this independent school district.
Yeah.
So I was a representative of the government by proxy.
Right.
Yeah, and this is how I lost my job.
Yeah.
They formed a prayer circle, members of the community, in front of us, and they let us know, we're going to be praying for you. Mm-hmm. This is us praying for you. They made it very clear. It was a backhanded attempt to attack us.
Yeah.
And they went and did it. And I said, I'll tell you what I said, and I'll tell you what I should have said. Mm-hmm. Which one do you want to know first?
What you should have said.
That's okay. I'll think for you. I would have kept my job. My shitty
Then what did you say?
Spanish teacher, substitute teacher job.
Yeah.
Here's what I did say.
What did you say?
Saying you're going to pray for me is like saying you're going to masturbate for me. It might make you feel good, but don't expect me to get any pleasure out of it. And that's how you lose your job at an independent school district. Anyway, that's number 24. We've got 23 more to go.
Yep. That's Atheist Edge for today. I'm Sam.
I'm Jim.
Cheers.
Cheers.